Well, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, September the 10th. Tomorrow is Sam White's birthday. Happy birthday, Sam White. Also have a little bit of news. Capone Cabin, her husband passed away, if y'all have not already heard. So send her your condolences on one of her videos, or tell her you're thinking about her. Also had some birthdays today. Yesterday. Terry Maddox's birthday was yesterday, and you check her channel out, Terry Maddox channel. Wish her a happy birthday. And today, I'm actually doing this for a friend of mine, but I'm making some sugar water. It's getting that time of year where it's fixing to be winter, though there's no flowers. We've had a long, hard, hot summer, and still hot and rainless. We have nothing in the forecast but light chances of rain, but still have some 100-degree weathers in mid-September. And it doesn't look like there's anything. I did a 20-day forecast to see, just, you know, it's hard to predict 20 days out, but I just wanted to see, and it doesn't look like we have anything cooling us down or getting any amount of rain until the end of September, maybe October. So I want to feed my bees, and this is how I'm going to do it. Hold on one second. So this time of year, when there's no flow, there's no nectar, there's no pollen, and I don't know that there's not any nectar. You can't see nectar, but I know that there's no pollen coming in. You want to do a 2-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1 ratio of sugar water, either by weight or by volume. You know, water weighs 8-point-something pounds per gallon, and 4-pound bag of sugar, a couple of bags of sugar to a gallon of water. But I'm doing the measurement today, so I just got a regular old tea pitcher, and I filled the water up to, see if you can see it, that line right there, twice. And I put it in the pot, and I also used filtered water. We have a Berkey water filter, and I used the filtered water. And I put the water in a stainless steel, it has to be stainless steel, don't do aluminum, pot, and I bring it to a good rolling boil. See, that kills any bacteria, any germs that are in the water. And I just let it boil for a minute or two, and then I turn it off, which I can go ahead and do now. I'll turn the heat off on the oven and let it stop boiling. And what I'll do is I added 2 of these full of water, and I'm going to add 2 of these full of sugar, and I'm going to pour it in slow and mix it. And make sure it gets mixed real well, and periodically throughout the next couple hours I will stick the wooden spoon in there and mix it again, because you know how sugar will settle. Now then, after the water cools down, it don't have to be ice cold or anything. It just be kind of cool enough you can touch the side of the pot and not burn yourself. I would pour my mixture of sugar water into one of these jugs. This should hold 1.5, almost 2 jugs. And I will put my Honeybee Healthy. This is the original Honeybee Healthy. My dad, Mike Thompson, he's got, he does bees as well. And in each gallon, right here, it says 4 to 8 teaspoons per gallon. This is when you're feeding syrup. It says syrup right there. If you're doing a spray or the drench, the light's messing it up, I'm sorry, then you'll make 16 tablespoons or teaspoons per gallon. But since we're doing the syrup, we're going to do 4 to 6 or 4 to 8 teaspoons per gallon. And I will mix it. I will put the syrup, the Honeybee Healthy, in the gallon jug. I'll actually pour half of this gallon jug about to this line right here with the sugar water. Then I'll add my Honeybee Healthy. I'll add my Honeybee Healthy and Give it a really good shake to get it all mixed up really well. So the water's cooling down a little bit. I just turn the fire off. I'll probably move it to the next burner over, because the thing you do not want to do is burn the sugar. Because if you burn your sugar, the bees will not touch it. Something else I want to tell you about the sugar. Okay, on the sugar, so we have a local grocery store, and we got these really good deal. They were three of these, or 2 of these, for $3. I'm thinking nothing edited. Can correct me on that if she would, because she's the one that told me about that. She lives close by. But a lot of times companies will use beets or beet sugar to make their sugar. Make sure you check the ingredients on it, and make sure the ingredient, all it says is cane sugar. Then it has the where it was made at and all this other good stuff, and a phone number to call. But you want pure cane sugar, no beet sugar. And I'll be right back. I'm going to bust this open outside, because you know always when you crack that seam right there, there's sugar underneath it. And I don't want to make a mess in Teresa's she shed. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I moved the pot over to the other side, because you know that those little coal burners are going to be hot for a while. And what I'll do is I'll start pouring the sugar in real slow like. Do a little bit there. Give it a little bit of a mix up. Stir it up, get it off that hot bottom. And the sugar is pretty cool, so it's probably going to cool this water down pretty quickly. So I'm going to get this water spinning really good, so when I pour the rest of the sugar in, it'll kind of mix up on its own. Remember, stainless steel, not aluminum. So pour this in there. See, it's still spinning. That's good. I'll go ahead and spin it on up. You also want to make sure you have a big enough pot. If you're going to do this, you can measure it out how many gallons this pot will hold. And this one at the very top will hold 2 gallons. So it shouldn't be all the way to the top. It should be up to those rivets right there. And that's why I said it'll give me maybe 1.5 gallons, a little bit more than 1.5 gallons, maybe 1.75 gallons, almost 2 gallons. So I filled that pitcher up just like I did the water, all the way up to that line right there. I don't know if you can see it. It actually says something on it, but I can't read it. And then did that 2 times with water. I will do it 2 times with sugar. I just put 1, so give me a minute. Let me go get the other one. Got the other one, the other pitcher filled up right to that line. And again, I'm going to spin the water, get it good and spinning. Like what this does, and you can actually do this. You can get, like, if you have a hummingbird feeder or something that the bees can get to. You can make this and feed bees around your house, and you will not believe how many bees will come if you feed them. And it'll help with your garden, your fall garden. And what this does is this mixture here, you can do 2 to 1, 1 to 1, 3 to 1. This 1 to 1 will help them make their comb, because they will use this and start building their comb out. It'll give them energy, it'll make them healthy, and it'll give them enough to cap their sugar. They'll actually be capped sugar water instead of capped honey that they can live on. There'll be some honey flavor in the sugar water, but it'll be mostly sugar water and the honey. And it will really help them make it through the winter. And you know, where I am in Southeast Texas, we don't have much of a winter here. We have had some winters that it got down to 9 degrees, which was 2 years ago, I believe, 2 winters ago. And I've never ever seen it that cold. But I was watching something on the Weather Channel last night, and they were doing their predictions, and they're really thinking that we're going to have a bad one this year. So I'm just getting my bees prepared, because you know that year I lost, and last winter I also lost all my bees due to the cold, and then I'm not having enough food. I will make sugar bricks. We'll do another video on that later when fall starts. It's that we'll put inside the hive for them to eat on during the winter. And once we put the sugar bricks in there, we won't touch them at all until spring. But for right now, I'm going to feed these girls and try to get them as healthy as possible. And again, didn't quite get up to the rivet, but it got close to the rivet. But that'll give me a couple of weeks worth of feeding right here. And I have 3 hives. I lost a hive. Well, I didn't lose a hive. I combined a weak hive with another weak hive to make it stronger. So again, let me tell you how I'm going to do this. Put the sugar water in there. Pour it halfway into here. When it cools down enough, it's not going to deform my plastic milk jug. And these milk jugs have been really, really cleaned out. Soap and water, bleach water, and rinsed out really thoroughly. So get the sugar water halfway in this bucket, this milk jug. Put my honeybee healthy in, as it's directed on the back here. Shake it up really good. Finish filling it up. Shake it up some more, and then go feed the bees. Guys, I hope y'all appreciate this. God bless y'all. God bless each and every one of y'all. Tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know what tomorrow brings. Again, go send your condolences to Capone Cabin. Her husband passed away. I don't know what the reasons were he passed away, but she had sent me a message on Facebook and told me he passed during the night. I didn't ask any questions or anything like that, so my apologies. I'm sorry that these things are happening to us as we get older. I wish they didn't. Anyway, I got a mess to clean up here. Got to get this water cooled off so I can start jugging it. There's no sense in me doing a video on that. It's pretty much self-explanatory. But again, y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to y'all later.